Hello and welcome to Find Out Nation. I'm one of your hosts, Jamie.
I'm one of your hosts, Nicole.
And we're here to talk about what happens when a nation starts fucking around and finding out the Chiefs are losing. We're just
Shut up! The game's. How long's the game been on? 15 minutes?
The first quarter's almost done, but
okay,
the
so
Rams just scored 3 points.
Oh, shit the bed. My family's probably pissed.
In all fairness, it's a preseason game.
That's true.
Mahomes
None of our starters are in there probably.
No. So
it's just a glorified practice.
It's just a glorified practice. Exactly correct. Speaking of glorified practice.
Oh, God.
Let's first start with our countdown because we're not practicing. This is real.
That's right. We're
real. Professionals.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. We are professionals. Okay. 79 days to the midterms. I know, girl. I know. I refreshed this page 3 fucking times because I didn't think it was right. 79 days. 79 days. Isn't that great?
Yes.
I'm so excited. 572 in to this presidency.
That feels good.
It's a huge number.
Good.
It's a huge number. When I think back to when we started this and I was like, we're 28 days into this fucking shit show presidency. 572 feels really fucking good. Like,
yes, it
real
does.
Fucking good.
Yes, it does. Yes.
We are 168 days in to the war with Iran.
Okay.
It has been 62 days since Mitch McConnell has been seen upright and breathing. Yes. So there's your countdowns.
I forgot to look about if there were any updates in the last 2 weeks about Mitch McConnell. One.
Not really. I think the last stuff I saw was that allegedly he's receiving therapy at home, occupational and physical therapy at home, allegedly. I think it's Tommy Tuberville maybe that lives next door to him. I don't think it's Massey.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's Massey. I think it's Tommy Tuberville lives next door to him and just said that like he's at home and he's receiving treatment and therapy and he's like, I don't. At this point, is he on a respirator in his home? Like, I just don't believe for a second that the man's actually. He's gonna be like the fucking Tales from the Crypt guy. Like when Congress comes back into session in September, they're gonna wheel him out, and he's gonna look like that guy from fucking Tales of the Crypt. Which, if anybody's listening to this that's too young to remember Tales of the Crypt, you owe it to yourself to Google that shit.
Yeah, at least Google image search that shit.
Yes.
Let me ask you this: I fully believe he's dead? Like, I think he's dead.
I don't have any reason to believe anything else.
And I've heard other people that are like, oh, they're keeping him alive on a respirator. But I think even if they were keeping him alive on a respirator, they would be more willing to share that because they can't replace him if he's not.
Right.
If he's not actually dead.
Yeah.
Do we know, like, is it September 15th that we will finally know if he's dead or alive? Because at that point, that's when they can replace him.
Well,
it's not Andy Bashir's that would
because the whole thing was like there was a certain date this month in August that they had to get past in order to
That's what I was asking is do you know what that date is?
Well, it was the date that we voted. I thought it was the date that I thought it was the 4th primary day, but I don't. I could be wrong.
Because at this point, then, like, if we've passed that date and they still haven't announced that, he died.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what are we holding out for? Like, are we just trying to be assholes? Like, what's going on now?
Now we're just going to hold out until it's January when he wasn't going to, when he was going to retire anyway. And then they're going to be like, oh yeah, by the way, he died like fucking 5 months ago.
Right. Oh, he died. Oh, sorry. He died.
Yeah. It's just wild to me that, and the whole thing that like, Scott Jennings and them keep saying is, men of his generation are very private and they don't, if he's not looking the greatest or he's whatever, he's not going to want to be seen on camera. Fuck you. You are representing the American people and you have looked like the fucking crypt keeper for fucking years walking around those halls of Congress and being pushed around in your fucking wheelchair.
Correct.
Which is why I am with you. And I don't believe for 1 second that the man is actually if he is still physically alive, whether a machine's helping him live or not, the man is not cognitively with us any longer. The synapses are not firing in the upper chambers. It's not happening.
But But I fully believe that he is dead. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
he's at home. I think he's in a morgue. I think he is dead.
But and can you imagine, because if that's true, the level of deceit that has gone into this, because his security detail has been outside the hospital, has been outside his home, there's so, like, at that point, I don't know, I feel like lots of people should be hauled in front of Congress and have to lose their jobs, and I don't know.
Who's going to do that?
Well,
Who's
that's
going to
true.
do
We're
that?
talking about the Republicans. That's true.
We are
That's
talking
true.
about the Republican Party. Yeah. They are accomplices at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
They're part of it. Like,
yeah,
who's going to do that?
That's true.
We can't even. There's a fucking law to release the Epstein files, and we can't even get that to happen.
That's very true.
And
yeah,
that's like pedophiles. Like, that's a giant ring of pedophiles, and we can't get that done. Give me a fucking break. It's never going to happen.
That's true.
Okay, speaking of an inept Congress, we know that Donald Trump has been waging this war with Iran.
Yes.
The ceasefire, the memo of understanding or whatever he's calling it, was supposed to, I think it ends on Monday, if I remember correctly. It's supposed to end on Monday.
Yeah.
In a speech on Friday, Trump says Iran was being very badly defeated. And once victory was secured, pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States.
What are we going to call it? We're going to call it the Strait of America?
Yeah, we're going to call it the Strait of America.
Like the Gulf of America?
Yeah. Nobody, of course, believes the war is over.
No.
They are finally bringing the USS Lincoln home after reports that sailors were jumping overboard.
Oh my God.
Because conditions had deteriorated so badly. Now, I will say that while I've heard these stories, I've read things from, families.
Yeah.
We don't have any like confirmation that that's happened, but I also know that like the mail system has been disrupted.
Yep.
We know that there's been leaks, contaminated water. What else? They were saying that like they've had to like ration their food.
Yeah.
At this point, they've been out at least 2 months longer than they had originally expected to.
Yes.
They said that there's a lack of fresh food.
Yep.
Toilets are broken. Like,
yes.
Not to mention the fact that like not hitting land for more than 7 months has to feel a certain way.
Like
they have been out there now 9 months.
Yeah. 250 consecutive days at sea.
That's insanity. That is absolutely fucking insanity.
Yeah.
Of course, Pete Hegseth was like,
fuck them, they're fine.
What he's saying is reports have been exaggerated.
Of course.
All of these reports and accounts have been totally exaggerated. But I'll look into it. I'll get to the bottom of it. I'm
sure you will, Petey.
Whatever. Exactly. You're like, sure you will.
Yeah.
Trump was asked about it, and he's like, not true. And then a reporter on Friday goes, do you feel like they've been out for too long? And he goes, no, they haven't been out long enough.
Says the man that has never served his country for 1 fucking second.
That's everybody's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's what you're going.
It's insane. It's insane. And I can't imagine being married. I can't imagine being married to somebody in the military.
Period.
But if my loved one, be it child or spouse, was on a fucking ship in the middle of the goddamn ocean, they left last November. For this mission, and they are still in the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yep.
And they're texting me or doing whatever that, letting me know that there's food shortages and people are literally losing their fucking minds and they're not getting fresh fruit and they're not getting fresh vegetables and they can't get off the fucking boat because they haven't even ported anywhere. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I know.
So then I saw this thing, because the whole conspiracy thing. We talked about it multiple times, how this presidency has made us conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
But it just randomly popped up on my timeline, probably because of the shit in my newsfeed about this. But this guy said, there's no way this ship makes it back. His theory is, this is crazy. And I'm going on the record now to say that I am fully aware that I think this conspiracy theory is a little bit fucking crazy. Okay. But this guy's theory is that something happens to this aircraft carrier that prevents it from coming back to the U.S. because this administration cannot handle these sailors getting off of this fucking ship and actually talking about how bad things were on this ship, and the fact that the military side of our, and also let's be clear that all of us fucking back the military, but the Republicans have always tried to paint the Democrats as anti-military, that they're more military, whatever, that they cannot be in charge of every aspect of our government and have these sailors come home and talk about these conditions and the mental health issues that they were having and just ignore it and not start hauling people in front of them to testify about the treatment that they were dealing with. So his theory is something happens to this aircraft carrier, they're going to blame Iran, and then they're going to use it to keep us from voting in November. This is the circle conspiracy theory that he was in. And again, I'm not saying I believe it, but
I'm with you that so to your point, there are enough military members that I think will keep their mouths shut because they support this administration. Plus, I'll say it again, who's going to haul them in?
Yeah.
Who's going to care?
And
who's going to haul someone in?
We all saw what happened to Vindeman. Was that his name? During Trump 1.0? The military guy that they did haul in front of Congress, and he had his whole fucking career stripped.
Yep.
These guys cannot afford to lose their pension and their careers.
While I understand what he's saying, that if they actually dug in and, at the end of the day, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever.
And I don't know that I could blame these guys. As bad as the treatment is, as horrible as the things are that they're dealing with on that ship, you have to protect your career and your family. It's your fucking livelihood.
Yeah. Well, and at the end of the day, I probably as they knew what they were signing up for when they joined the Navy, I guess.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's horrible to be put in that position. It's horrible to be put in the conditions. And I absolutely want to fucking punch someone in the throat because of why
they're on this mission to begin with. Yeah.
The fact that they're on this mission at all, literally, I could throat punch someone.
Yes.
With that said, these are professional sailors. They're in the Navy. They're trained. They know what they're doing. So at the end of the day, they're going to be like, we spent 2 months longer. Yeah. And luckily, this got enough media attention quickly that they're sending the USS Lincoln home. So that's going back to San Diego. They've taken out the USS George Washington, which I guess is the last remaining ship in Asia that they're sending to take its place. So I get what the guy's saying, but like you say, I don't think anyone's going to do anything at all. And so I think it's going to make it home just fine.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. But when Trump said what he said about Iran being very badly defeated and he's going to declare the Strait of Hormuz a U.S. territory, the deputy foreign minister for Iran responded this morning. The strait cannot be seized with a tweet, nor with an aircraft carrier, nor by issuing an order, nor through an election speech. The strait will only be open and closed under Iran's command, and as long as you do not accept the reality of defeat and stop indulging in delusions, Iran will continue to enforce the blockade.
Shit.
I'm like, they're not fucking around. He's like, you're fucking delusional. He's delusional.
Yeah, clearly.
So then there's this report that came out. Oh, bless you.
So sorry. I tried to mute my microphone before that happened. I'm so sorry.
You did. You're successful. You're good. So then there's this report that came out this month, that last month, July, there was this threat of an Iranian missile shooting down Air Force One.
Yes.
Which is that is not funny. No,
that part is not funny. No,
right. That when Donald Trump was leaving a NATO summit in Turkey, that Iran was going to shoot down the plane with a missile.
Yes.
In order to protect Trump, they decided to have him board Air Force One, and he boarded the old Air Force One, which he said he was flying in for nostalgia reasons. He gets smuggled out in a caterer's cart, and he gets loaded into a second military plane that it has, I think, let's see, Pete Hegseth, and then a couple of White House aides.
Yeah, Scavino was on it with him, and
Natalie Harp.
Yeah, Natalie Harp, who's never not like, I saw somebody call her the Timu Karoline Levitt, and I was just cracking up. Like,
That
yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that the press were not aware that the Air Force One, because then everything touched down in England. They smuggled Trump back on Air Force One. He got off the plane, and then he got on to his new fancy Air Force One, which I can't decide.
Air Force One.
Right. Qatari Air Force One. I can't decide if the reason why he took the original Air Force One, obviously he absolutely probably is fine with it getting shot down. But second of all, like, is it because they don't have an escape hatch out of it? You know what I'm saying?
Out of the
new one.
Oh.
But who knows? Regardless.
Yeah, because he lied about why the Qatari plane, why they stopped over in England. They lied about that too, saying that the troops, or why they, whatever.
Exactly. So, White House stuff that was left on is Stephen Miller, Stephen Chung, Scott Bessent, Marco Rubio, who the article that I read pointed out that they are fourth and fifth in line of succession, which I thought was kind of funny.
Oh, that is funny.
The entire press corps.
Mm-hmm.
The press corps has said point blank that they did not know about the Iranian threat, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do we think that all the White House officials knew?
Nope.
I don't think so either. Now, I will say, like, there have been reports about Karoline Levitt and this is why she quit. But by all accounts, it seems like she was on maternity leave and she wasn't on the trip with them. They've had no one that has been able to actually confirm that, but they've had other reporters that have reported out that she wasn't on the White House, said she wasn't on the plane, and that's not why she's quitting.
Yeah. I saw our girl Caitlin Collins was talking about this outside the White House, and she said that the traveling press pool has always known that threat is always there. Yeah. That Air Force One could be targeted. And she said there have been times traveling with any president when the press is told, hey, we have a credible threat. This is what we're doing to protect everybody on board. Keep your window shades down. Do what we say, like whatever. But the difference between this situation and previous ones is that the press was always made aware that there had been a threat or that there was a concern, whatever. This time they were not told anything because their lives don't fucking matter. I mean, their lives don't matter.
And I really don't understand. Like, at the end of the day, is the idea that, like, well, I guess my question is this. Why wouldn't you tell them? Like, at the end of the day, why wouldn't you tell them? Is it because
he wasn't on the plane? See, that's the other thing. The president's always been on the plane with them in the past.
And to your point, like, I get it. But once he got off the plane, like, why not at least after the fact? Because it feels like they weren't made to know until we all found out.
Until we all found out.
That's exactly right. And the pictures of Trump peering out of the cart started making the rounds on social media.
Yeah. I think it's because they never had any intention of them knowing.
I don't think so either. And
I think they thought he was just like him peering out from behind the curtains during the ballroom shooting during the press awards or whatever that first. I think he thought he was going to get away with it. This is why they hate fucking leakers so much.
Exactly. And I have to tell you, the pictures that are contrasting the fight where Trump's getting shot at
in Pennsylvania.
Yes. In Pennsylvania versus like him hiding are just, I love every picture that I see that's like that. I'm like, yep,
I'm trying to imagine him, all of him, crouched down in a catering cart in his incontinence pants.
Right. So here's the other thing. All right. I am 49 next week, or the next week, 2 weeks from now. I'm 49.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have the flexibility to get into a catering cart.
No, you'd have to lay me down flat and just tell me to put my knees up. Like,
yeah.
I'm not getting into the fetal position anymore at this age.
You have to lay me down flat and then fold me up or something.
Yes,
like
something.
Like, I am thinking about my, like, you know, my parents, Mark's parents, they would not be able, I don't think, to crawl into a...
Absolutely not. I can't even get off the floor like a normal fucking human being.
I know.
Are you kidding
I have
me?
to make sure if I get on the floor for some stupid reason,
Right.
and then I have to get up, like I have to crawl over
Yeah.
so that I can push myself up. Yeah.
Yeah. After 2 partial knee replacements, the fucking hinges don't work anymore. Like, you'd have to put me in the back of that catering cart and tell me to like lay flat on my back and put my legs up against the wall so that then I can just like roll over on my stomach and push myself up into a seating position.
You're not wrong.
Get out of it.
That or just knock me out at this point. Just put me with anesthesia, knock me out, and do what you will with me. I
or
don't
even
care.
better, just put me on the fucking plane, and if we all go down, we go down.
If we all go down with like, that's right.
I have to assume that, you know, when we can scramble fighter jets at any given point, and that all of the safety mechanisms that Air Force One has, that we will be fine. And if we're not fine, we're not fine. Like,
there's a part of me that wonders if the reason they didn't want to tell journalists is because they actually wanted the plane to get fired at.
Drama. Oh,
because then it justifies the war.
Exactly.
Then it justifies the war.
Justifies boots on the ground at that point. It justifies us carpet bombing and decimating a fucking country.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly correct.
Because I can't imagine. Again, we know he has no conscience, and we know that he is an unscrupulous motherfucker.
That he's like, that they have to be out there longer. Like, what a dick.
Well, and trying to tell the press that he thought that the plane he was on was actually in more danger. How so, sir? No one knew you were on it. You're so full of shit. But I don't know how anyone sleeps at night knowing you put all of those people that anybody on that plane's life was in jeopardy, and you didn't care. But again, this is who he is as a person.
Correct.
It's always himself first.
Do you remember the West Wing episodes where Bradley Whitford got the card that...
Yes.
This is what that reminds me of.
100%.
He's like, if there's a nuclear event, I want to be with my friends. If we all fucking die, we all fucking die. But I want to be with the people that I have fought for and fought with. And I'm not going to a bunker.
Yeah. Why me and not CJ? Why me and not Toby?
Not
like,
Sam.
no, I'm not doing this. Yeah.
I know. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. But Trump will never be that person.
No. That's all right. You can come hide out here if you need to.
Yes.
Okay, we touched on it briefly. Karoline Levitt has exited the building.
Oh, Karoline, yes. That I did see a report on he didn't leave her alone hardly at all while she was on maternity leave. That he was allegedly blowing her up daily about things. And that might be part of why she has decided that allegedly he was kind of blindsided, and he's trying to save face about like she wants to be with her kids because of course now she's going to be, you know, a consultant or whatever they called her. Yeah. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on her departure?
So in all fairness, like she was so young when she became I
think the youngest, right?
She was the youngest at 27. I struggle so much with Karoline Levitt because she's so smart and she's so competent. Yeah. And like the bitch knew how to gaslight everyone. Like she knew how to say the right thing. Yeah. Could answer any question. Did she sound like an idiot because she was obviously like spouting a line? Of course she did. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we all know who was giving her like what to say. Like that was coming from Trump. And she did a really fucking good job at it. And what kills me is like, you know, I want to support women. And I'm like, I know. God, if she could just do that for anybody, I'd be so, but fuck you. You enabled Trump. You deserve hell and wrath and everything that you're getting. I also heard Scott Jennings is a front runner for taking her place.
Ew. Gross.
Mr.
I fucking hate that guy.
Yes. Mr. Dipshit CNN, who, by the way, is like in full contact with Mitch McConnell and talking every day.
Yes.
And,
talking to him every 20 minutes, it seems. Just doing a little check-in. Yeah. Yep. Well, and I did see a tail end of one of her press briefings where she was asking if anybody had any further questions. And she didn't look I don't know what all had been discussed prior to this because she did not look thrilled. but she asked if any of them had any other questions, and somebody said, do you have any thoughts or, something along those lines about the catering cart situation? And she said, nope, nobody else has any other questions. Okay, that's it. And she walks out. Doesn't even acknowledge the question. Actually, so, I mean, to your point, I think she was still on maternity leave, and I don't think she was on that plane. But I think I think you'd be a fool to not think twice about being on another plane with him, being with him, period, because he only cares about himself. He's only ever cared about himself.
Clearly does not have any, right. Yeah. Does not care at all about any of the other people around him.
Yeah.
Even the ones that he says are critical to him. So exactly. I fully agree with that. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what she does outside of here. How quickly she gets on Fox News. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's her career path look like now?
And again, I'm interested to see that as well, because again, she's not stupid, but I would love to see a tell-all book when he's out of office. I would love, and I think it's the only way she could redeem herself with the American country is for gaslighting us for 2 years.
Yeah.
Is to confess.
Yeah. Because she wasn't even funny like Sean Spicer. Watching that guy fucking unspool at a fucking press conference was the best part of him. Like,
correct.
You know what I mean?
Like, and to watch him sweat. You could always tell when he was upset because he would start sweating so bad. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Where's that fucking guy at now?
Well, that's what I was wondering. When Trump first came back, I was like, I'm sure Sean Spicer's going to have to take, and no,
like,
Karoline Levitt.
Yeah, like he's fucking in the wind.
You are looking him up right now. Where is Sean Spicer? Maybe he died. Like maybe it was just too much for him, and he's like, I'm out. I'm gone.
He's a media host, author, and political contributor.
He's an author. He did a tell-all.
Fucking men and their podcasts. He hosts the Sean Spicer Show across digital and podcast networks and co-hosts programming on the Two-Way Network and serves as a political contributor for News Nation.
That's gross. Right. Listen to more female podcasters.
Exactly.
Down with male podcasters.
Exactly. Too many men have access to microphones.
I should make that should be our first merch is listen to more female podcasters.
Yes. Agreed. Yes.
Agreed. Okay. So Karoline Levitt's out. Scott Jennings is likely coming in. The Iran war continues on, and Donald Trump continues to avoid participating in actually fighting any of these wars.
Exactly.
Not a lot,
but it's fine. Gas is up just a little bit, he said. Gas is just up a little bit. It's fine.
So let's talk about the economy for a second.
Okay.
Trump was at Andrews Air Force Base and was interviewed by reporters and he brought up the economy.
Oh.
His comment was so the reporter's like, what do you have going on this weekend? Like a total softball question to him.
Yeah.
What are you looking for this weekend? And he goes, you know what? Our economy is doing unbelievably from the standpoint of Wall Street. 401ks are up. Everyone's 401k is up. People are going to be retiring because everyone's 401k is up.
Did he mishear the question? It was about the weekend, sir.
Karl Rove went on Fox News.
Karl Rove, I haven't thought about that guy in forever.
Nobody fucking has. Nobody has. He went on Fox News and said, Trump should start by not gaslighting the American public about the state of the economy. He said,
duh.
Yeah, he said the president made a mistake, in my opinion, last week in saying we've got the greatest economy in the history of the world and prices for groceries and gasoline and everything are coming down rapidly. That's not the experience of the American people.
No shit.
No shit. Duh. Yeah.
Karl
Rove. At least some Republicans are like, because now they're saying that like Democrats are using the pictures of Trump standing with groceries and talking about the prices going down when they've actually all gone up. Yes. And like, that's going to there's no doubt that the Democrats are going to pick up quite a few seats because of that. Now, I don't know that that's the case. I was extremely positive going into our last presidential election and then got my ass kicked.
Right.
So at this point, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, when Karl Rove is telling you are gaslighting America, come on. Come on.
Yeah. 100%.
So speaking of Republicans that aren't siding with Trump, tell us about this meeting with Marjorie Taylor Greene that I missed.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I got this from The Independent. So a group of conservative Republicans who oppose Trump recently met to try and organize a future third party political organization. Okay. Tucker Carlson, they want
Mm.
Carlson to run for president. So he's part of this group. So it's Tucker Carlson, Thomas Massey, MTG, and Joe Kent, who's the former director of the National Counterterrorism Center,
Yep.
among others. But I don't know who the others were. But those four are in a picture seated at a table that MTG posted to her social media, which is how
Well,
this got
I,
out.
I am positive that there are others that they could bring with them.
Yeah. So they were at Carlson. Oh, they were at Carlson's house. I thought they were at MTG's. They were at Carlson's house in Maine. So the gathering was shared on social media, and they said, MTG said, we said no more foreign wars, and we meant it and supported Trump because he made that promise. But he's betrayed us all. Our commitment is America first for all Americans, right, left, and center. The movement has begun.
Mhm.
So while it was not immediately clear who might lead the fledgling movement, Kent noted every attendee at the main meeting is trying to convince Carlson to be the one to run for president.
I mean, it's not the worst idea they had, but it will absolutely split the Republican Party.
Yeah.
With that said, George Washington always said we should not have a two-party system. We should have a multi-party system. And this is exactly why, because like in my mind, I'm like, great, they're going to split the Republican Party. But at the end of the day, like, I'm curious if Democrats are headed that way as well. The one thing I will say though is progressives, like, I got to be honest, of all my Democrats, I don't know any that don't support at least a handful of progressive policies. I don't know a Democrat that wouldn't vote for Mamdani. You know what I'm saying? Or AOC.
Yeah.
So
or
like
El Said.
Or girl.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. And so while I understand the idea that like even Democrats, for me, it's all about the DNC. Like the DNC deciding everything that the Democratic Party does pisses me the fuck off.
Pisses me off. I know.
It does me too. But at the end of the day, like I don't know. Hillary Clinton would vote for Mamdani.
Yes.
Bill Clinton would vote for Al Said. Like I don't know of a Democrat that wouldn't vote socialist.
What absolutely infuriates me about the DNC is because they're so old school entrenched in old school Democratic politics that they are refusing to acknowledge that we're fed the fuck up. And this Democratic Socialist movement is huge for a fucking reason. And they don't want it. This is the problem we've had with the DNC for fucking years, is not wanting to actually listen to the goddamn voters.
Yeah.
Because they're so entrenched in, but this is the way that we run Democratic fucking politics, and they can't think of doing it outside of that fucking narrow box.
Well, and to your point, like they are all, to me, DNC, I struggle with where progressive politics differs greatly from Democratic politics and the fundamental things that we're all fighting for.
Right.
Hillary Clinton was the first one that brought up universal health care inside the Senate. Like I don't see that.
Yeah.
But what I will say is like what drives me crazy about the DNC is that they're the ones that are running how our election, like our
campaigns and stuff.
Yeah, like all of our elections and our campaigns are decided. And so like they're the ones that are ultimately deciding, let's leave Joe Biden, like let's leave Joe Biden in because he's the most likely to win.
Yes.
When that's not the case.
Yes. 100%.
Let's give Hillary instead of someone else because she's going to be the one to win. And then that's not the case. So I guess that's my problem with the DNC is just like not even the old school politics. It's the old school playing the game that they are still so entrenched in that they're not very good at. Anyway, I am going off on a tangent here.
That's okay.
So the economy is pretty bad.
Yeah.
You mentioned the poverty levels.
Yes.
So I went out and looked as well.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
Girl, the poverty level for a single person raised $300 this year. $300 from what was it? 15,650 is the poverty line to $15,960.
Yes, ma'am.
Where the fuck
Yeah.
could a single person live off of $15,000?
I know.
Tell me what you found.
Okay, so I also have the other ranges for the incomes. So, yes, that is the high end for the poverty level. So from $0 to $15,960 is poverty level. Near poverty is $15,960 to $31,900. Lower income is $31,900 to $55,800. That's lower income. Lower middle class is $55,800 to $83,700.
Yeah.
So, and $83,000, like that's an assload of money, and that's the high end for lower middle class. Middle class is $83,700 to $125,000.
So, and we should, like, our viewers know we live in Kansas City.
Yes.
Kansas City is very different than if you live on a coast. Like
100%.
Right. So
yes.
we
Or if you live
recognize
in
the fact-
Mississippi.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
So to your point, like 83,000 in Kansas City is very different than 83,000 in Seattle, as an example. So,
yes.
Just as a caveat, but
yeah.
regardless, yeah.
Yeah. So middle class is $83,700 to $125,500. Upper middle class is $125,500 to $167,000, and then upper income is anything above the $167,000.
I just like I can't. And don't get me wrong, I understand that like your minimum wage has to keep up with your federal poverty level. $15,000. There's not a single person on the fucking planet that can survive on $15,000.
Let's talk about the fact that the federal minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour. We've never raised it because we made it a state's issue. And in Kansas, the state minimum wage follows the federal minimum wage, and it is still $7.25 an hour in Kansas.
That's right.
Like fucking Christ. And people want to talk about how $15 an hour is too much.
Yep.
And they don't understand people wanting a living wage. Like, this is why. Because people can't live on their own. They can't fucking survive.
That's exactly right. So, and the federal poverty level is really set as a way to decide who gets like SNAP benefits.
Yes.
Who gets, right? And so like
Medicare and all that.
Like, right. And so my family, which is a family of 3, when I look, so they say that like if you earn less than 130% of the federal poverty level or less, generally that is when you would be able to get SNAP benefits. And for my family of 3, that would be $36,000 a year. Okay, in what world, if I'm making $37,000 a year, am I no longer like my
in need
family
of benefits?
Of 3? Yes, for my family of 3.
Yes,
like and three people could not fucking live off $37,000 a year. You are absolutely out of your fucking mind.
Yes, and we all need to remember that when you are in these brackets, the school districts that you're in, the neighborhoods that you're in, crime is higher. There are food deserts. You have you have to travel farther to get to a fucking grocery store.
Yes.
Your kids are in bad schools. Like this is what, when we talk about on the Democratic side, that the shit we want our fucking tax dollars to pay for, it's not gold leaf on fucking statues in Washington, D.C. It's this shit.
It's not even a reflecting pool. It's none of that shit.
This is why we want universal health care. This is why we want good public schools and safe fucking neighborhoods and all of the things.
Correct. Yep. Correct.
This is why.
Yep, exactly correct. So definitely watching the federal poverty level only increase by a few $100s, it makes you absolutely want to fucking punch someone in the face. With that said, we don't have to worry about it because the U.S. Congress is on the job.
Oh, exactly. Yes, they're gonna help us all out. They're gonna take care of it. Yes,
indeed.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Okay.
That I also don't want my government to be spending their money on.
Oh, shit. Okay.
How about $20 million on new electric gloves for ICE?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Indeed.
I was enraged when I saw this on the fucking news.
We had 2 men that were shot and killed by ICE agents last month. We had another woman that was threatened with a gun by ICE last month. We know that we're seeing more and more violence because, yes, they kind of took a break through the spring, but now because of Trump, they're ticking back up.
Yes.
Do we really fucking believe that the thing that this group is missing is more fucking weapons?
Well, and this is what cracks me up is that because I worked around cops for 9 years.
Yeah.
And I had so many of them always tell me that you never want that you use your taser because it's non-lethal.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. That you don't once you pull your weapon, you're supposed to discharge it.
That's right.
Otherwise, why the fuck are you pulling it?
You're shooting it to kill.
Yes. Yep. You're not pulling your service weapon to fucking make an empty threat.
No.
Just like if you're going to pull the taser, you're going to use it, but you should always try to do non-lethal. So we've got all these ICE agents out here who are not cops, who have not gone through proper de-escalation training, who are out here running around half fucking cocked all the time with their egos on full display and are pulling their guns, whether they want to use them or not, as is the case with the woman that you were talking about, who, thank God, had dash cam of her own.
Yeah,
that disproved what they're
alleging.
With
her thing and had dash cams, and thank God because the lies. We're seeing this over and over and over again.
Yes,
these fucking lies are just insane.
So now we're gonna give these fucking jackwagons these electrified gloves that they can grab a hold of you with while their partner pulls their gun and shoots you while you're down on the ground.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? And of course, again, like you said, Congress is like, I mean, I don't know, is this our part to legislate, or is this like, we feel like it's fine?
Yeah.
I did see somebody
because they gave Trump carte blanche and said, yep, right. Here you go. Here's a bajillion dollars for you to go off and do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want with your secret police force. With your own secret police force
that now have electrified fucking gloves.
I did see, two things. One, when we were discussing this, when we saw this on the news at my house and we were discussing it as a family, Riley said, I thought the point was to never get that close to, like, if you think your life is in danger and you're needing to detain somebody or to use even non-lethal force to help apprehend them, why would you want to get close enough to grab a hold of them? You know what I mean? Like, that then seems like you're opening yourself up as the alleged officer to danger. But then I did see somebody on social media who was like, so now we're all just going to carry water around with us, right? Because what happens if you throw water on their gloves? Does it electrocute them? Yeah. Hadn't even thought of that. Yeah. So everybody's like, so now we just constantly have a water bottle with us all the time, right? Like, what happens when,
Okay. Seriously, like.
That's a good question. I don't know if that would happen. Like,
to your point, like, they're going to create something that's going to cause the gloves to short out. And
yeah.
And everyone's going to have them, right? Like, I'll bring mine. You'll bring yours. Like, I'm there. Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. This electric gloves.
Yeah.
This seems like something that was never necessary.
Nope. And again, this is something I don't want to spend my money on. Instead, I want to spend my money on, let's raise the minimum wage and then increase benefits for people.
Yes. And we're not making them wear body cam. They still aren't wearing body cam, but now they got electric gloves. So that's great.
Yep.
That's fucking great.
I know. Okay. Let's talk about something else that I really fucking hate.
Okay.
Trump tore down the East Wing without any warning.
Yes.
I know. And he's building this stupid fucking ballroom.
Yes.
Of course, the National Trust for Historic Preservation sued him. They won a case that said, hey, this act violated federal law by skipping a bunch of approvals that are supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The Trump team appealed that decision, and a U.S. Court of Appeals upheld the injunction against the project, saying that the president is a temporary resident. He's not the owner of the building, so he cannot bypass congressional approval to make any changes. Trump's team then files an emergency request that the Supreme Court needs to step in and lift the court's stop order so that they can continue work.
Oh,
They're saying that they're about 65% done. If they leave the work to just sit there while the courts make some decisions, the project is going to be under threat, and there's like security threats, and it can erode what's happened, and blah, 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 blah. So now he's asking the Supreme Court, which we all know is going to grant him his ability to start doing this work on
Yeah,
this.
it's going to give him what he wants. Yeah.
Have you seen the work yet?
No, no. And I hadn't heard that he was going to the Supreme Court about it either.
He did. And can I tell you, like, if you see it, he has built an entire new, like, 5-story wing off the side of the building.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
What is. I.
So again, so this was Trump's lawyer. He said when he filed the appeal that this is forcing the president to come hat in hand to Congress so the people's house is safe and gives it, excuse me, which gives the legislature dangerous leverage. I'm like, the legislature is the one that's supposed to be setting our fucking laws. Like,
right.
What are you thinking? The president, like, is not supposed to be just setting laws, and the Supreme Court is not supposed to be setting laws.
Right.
Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
And that was his response.
Oh my God.
I know.
And my thing is like, we tore down the East Wing, which is where the First Lady's offices were. Where the fuck is this dumb twat doing her business out of? I mean, I don't think she's doing anything. Let's be clear, because we don't see hide nor hair of her ass.
No,
but future first ladies are going to want to have an initiative and do things like previous first ladies. Where the fuck are they supposed to conduct their business at?
Well, and the thing is too, is like, okay, so you're building this whole like new ballroom.
Right.
And I get the fact, and maybe they did put in, because I think it's multiple levels. Like, I think it's supposed to be multiple levels. And so I think there is supposed to be space that is for the first lady to, to continue doing her business. For her offices or whatever. Yeah. But to be honest, like the whole point is that nobody knows because they haven't shared the plans with anybody.
Right. Because everything's hush hush because they don't want anybody to know.
Exactly. And so like, that's the whole point is that like, that's why the National Trust sued Trump was like, you need to make sure that you are presenting this to the public. And so the public can give their opinions.
Yes.
Even if like, whether you approve it or don't approve it or whatever, like you at least need to go through the appropriate levels of review and, discussion about it and all of that in order to be able to, before you just rip down the East Wing and then just start building. Like, come the fuck on. It's not that hard.
Right.
I know, girl. I know. This
fucking timeline is so insane.
What is it? 74 days, did you say? 74 days?
79.
Okay, 79. That's not
79.
bad.
79. Yeah. 79.
Okay. I know we were going to talk about the new vaccine schedule and the new director of the CDC, which both actually are related.
That's true. We can talk about it next time.
Right. But I have not read anything about it. And then this way I can come prepared on the new director of the CDC.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end on Biden. I'm going to end my section on Biden and his speaking last week at a charity event. This was his comment.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's not just his vanity projects. Tearing down the East Wing of the White House, making room for his ballroom, putting his name on the Kennedy Center, building an arch in his own honor, even hiring his own pool guy to fix the reflecting pool, Biden said. What a loser.
Shit.
I'm like, oh, you are not wrong, sir.
What
you
a
are
loser.
not wrong.
Yes.
What a loser.
Yes, literally.
Okay. That's all
hilarious.
I have. Again, we'll talk about vaccine schedules and CDCs on the week of my birthday.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
With that said.
Yeah.
I know you have a great happy ending for me. I feel
I
it.
do. Yes. Yay. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
This is coming to us from, is it Hawaii? Sorry, my mouse is being stupid right now. So I feel like it's coming out of Santa Cruz. So sorry, not Hawaii, Santa Cruz.
Okay.
One of California's most famous surfers has 4 legs and a tail.
Aww.
They call her Rippin' Rosie.
Oh.
She's a 5-year-old lab with golden fur and 340,000 followers on the gram.
I'm about to go follow her right now. And can I tell you that my I am positive they do not listen to my podcast. But my neighbor has a Rosie. My parents had a
Aw.
Rosie, and
I
my
love that.
father-in-law and his wife have a Rosie.
Oh,
So
that's cute.
that's a pretty popular name. Yeah.
So the legend of Rosie has continued to grow 2 weeks ago with a new trophy and some shiny medals awarded for her impressive performance at the World Dog Surfing Championships in Pacific.
There's a dog surfing champion.
I had no idea, at Pacifica Beach in California. So at 7 months old, she started surfing with her owner. And so she goes now with him 4 to 5 times a week. So at the 10th annual World Championships near San Francisco, she competed with 15 other water dogs in categories for small, medium, and large. All of the furry four-legged entrants were judged on the length of their wave rides, the size of the waves they surfed, and their overall confidence and performance.
Oh my God.
A mixed breed named Bradley Cooper won the small dog category, and Isa, a 5-year-old Frenchie, won the prize for medium size. Rosie and Steve headed into the water, and the dynamic duo caught a few waves with hundreds of spectators looking on from the beach. Anyway, she ended up winning, and I freaking love this because we were talking earlier before we started about my husband starting a new job and how it's kind of thrown him for a loop because he'd been at his previous place for 29 years and he's in a newer-ish industry. Like, there's just a lot of change. But Rosie is proof that you can do anything. You can put your mind to it, bitch. You can win an award for anything. Rosie's out here fucking surfing. She's a goddamn dog.
Oh my God, I love it.
Isn't she so cute? I know. I love it too.
Yes. Adorable.
You would totally teach Betty how to surf.
100%. Although Betty does not love water. Like,
is that a Pyrenees thing?
It's got to be the Pyrenees thing.
Okay.
Like, she loves the snow, so maybe I could get her on like a snowboard or something.
She could be in the like the dog sled, like the Huskies. She could totally do that.
She would definitely do that. Like, that I could totally see her doing. But to your point, like, we've tried to give her a bath a couple times.
It's a disaster. Yeah.
It does not go well. So I don't know that she would really enjoy that. But regardless, I would take her so she could at least cheer for all the other dogs because I'm sure she would love it.
She would.
And I was just seeing on their website that they just had it on August 1st. So I'm going to have to go watch some videos on this thing because this looks like the best event ever.
I know. Like, just pure goodness.
Yes.
And joy. Yeah.
I love this so much. Just so you know, Kansas City's losing still.
Fuck, what's the score now?
6-3. We're almost done with the second quarter.
Well, anyway. Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
maybe
happy
they'll come back and win it.
Yeah, happy preseason.
But I will say that I am kind of impressed with the quarterback that's playing right now. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
I know.
We got a good backup.
But I'm looking for your family who's supposed to be there, and I haven't seen them yet. So.
Haven't seen them. Well,
No, but I'll let
they're probably at the beer cart.
That's where I would be. All right. With that said, we hope you guys have had a fabulous couple of weeks. I know we are a little off on our schedule this summer, but in all fairness, like, I'm struggling. Like, I am on summertime hours, so it is what it is.
Yes.
With that said, we love you all, and we will be recording again, like I said, on my birthday week. So watch for us hopefully then.
Yes.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.